This tribe had a twisted and cruel custom. All the women wore red clothes, with red veils draped over their heads. Whenever the sound of drums rang out, the local lord would fly a kite in the village. When the kite's string was cut, wherever the kite fell, the girl from that house would be seized by the lord and subjected to unspeakable torment. This agony would last a full 3 days. The girl would die full of hatred and despair, while the women huddled in corners, trembling in fear, because no one knew who would be chosen next. They were utterly hopeless, yet trapped with nowhere to run. The girl would kneel before the statue of a deity, praying for salvation, but her mother would whisper in despair that even the gods would not step foot on this cursed land. At that moment, the girl would suddenly feel the presence of a divine power. Meanwhile, at the city gate, a broad-shouldered man stood silent. No one could have imagined that this man would completely change their fate. As an outsider, Robert had no idea what the kite meant. Even his older brother had been carefully hiding the truth from him. It turned out that each lord had their own territory within his domain. A lord was the ultimate ruler. Although Michael was also a lord, he was the weakest among them. No matter how furious he was, he could not interfere with the actions of the others. That day, the drums sounded again. The ruthless lord began a new round of hunting. The girls scattered like frightened birds, but in the tiny, cramped houses, where could they hide? As the kite drifted farther and farther, countless underlings followed in its path, scaling walls and roofs, terrifying the girls until they were paralyzed with fear. Finally, the kite came to rest. A mother and her 3 daughters wept aloud as disaster fell upon them. Whoever was chosen was marked for death. Watching her helpless family, the girl made the painful decision to bear the burden alone. As the girl was escorted down the mountain by the Lord's men, the Michael brothers happened to pass by. The Lord's subordinates shouted at them to follow the rules, and they had no choice but to comply. Michael anxiously glanced at the shadows nearby. Only when Robert rolled up his sleeves did he finally relax. But the mother, sobbing as if her heart were being torn apart, rushed forward and begged the Lord to let her take her daughter's place. At that instant, a long-bearing memory surged up in Robert's mind.